Hey everyone, got another knife review today. This is my CRKT Homefront. I just reviewed my Benchmade 560 Freak 2. Made a little comparison between it. Not much, but I'll tag that video in this. Put a card up. But this is the second knife, one of the nicer knives that I've got. Well, the two. This one my girlfriend got me for my birthday present, so that was really nice. But it's a aluminum handle, satin blade. It's Oz 8, and the blade length on it, according to the website, is 3.5 inches. And the special thing about this knife that it was kind of got popular for is its field strip technology, and it's something you don't really notice much at first. I noticed though, when I hand this knife to people, they want to mess with this lever. They think it's like a safety or something, but that has to do with how tight this action is. It's stiffer than my Benchmade and a little harder to open. I mean, you can't flick it open as easy like you can. You've got to really pop it with your finger, but most of the time if you give your hand a flick, it opens a whole lot easier. It's really smooth, but it's just not quite as fast as the Benchmade, but it's still a good action. It's really tight lockup. There's no wiggle really, none that I can feel, but I will try and demonstrate the field strip technology. The first thing you do is you want to close it, then you pop this lever that pops this top part open. Then you have a little spinning gear back here, and you want to spin that off, and then your knife comes apart. You can clean it, and if you got dust or anything like that, you can get all that stuff out, which is pretty nice, because a lot of my knives, they've got dust and stuff built up in them, and it's kind of hard to get them apart. And a lot of companies, they don't want you to take their knives apart. They don't want you to send them in, and I don't really want to do that. I'd rather have something like this, which they've started incorporating in a lot more of their knives. It started out with this one, but they brought a lot of their other knives into the market with this same technology. It's even cool. It's got the reassembly instructions on here as well. I've got it upside down, but it's designed by Ken Onion, which he designs a lot of their nice knives, in my opinion. It says it on here, but I think it was the first knife to ever have this field stripping technology, at least according to their website. But it also won the most innovative design at 2016 Blade Show. But overall, I've liked this knife. It's really sharp out of the box. I know some people probably won't like it because of the Oz 8 steel, but I've cut on it and cut actually on some really hard plastic with it, and I was like, well, I'll probably have to maybe touch up the blade or something, but it still cuts paper just as fine as it did to begin with. It's something I do with knives. I see how good they can cut some paper. But another good thing about CRKT knives is that they have a lifetime warranty. So I always like products that have lifetime warranties with them, because they usually, I don't think they're going to put out a product that you're going to have to send in over and over and over again. That just loses them money. So I always like products like that. People's giving it a lot of good reviews too, including me. I like it. I'm glad my girlfriend got it for me. I didn't know she was getting it. but it was a welcome surprise. Putting it back together at first took me, it seemed like 15 minutes at least. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's not the hardest thing, and also doing it on camera does make it a little harder. But you want to pinch this up here so that you can lock it back down. But you want to scroll this wheel first and get it tight. And then you can pop this back down. And your knife should be back in working order if you've done it right. And when I pulled it out of the box when I first got it from my girlfriend, I don't know if the person she bought it from took it apart, but it wasn't working when I first bought it because it was loose up here, so whoever did it, they couldn't get it back together either. So I had to figure out how to put together when I first got it. It's got some good grip on the back, really digs into your hand, and even though it's all aluminum handles, it doesn't really, it's not loose or feels like it's going to slip out of your hand. The clip on it's worked fine for me. It's not reversible, so if you're one of those people that likes to have that reversibility, this one might not be for you, but you can kind of get a close-up of the texturing on these handles. They make some now that have the plastic handles that are cheaper, but I like this aluminum, this color, as well as the stainless blade on it as well. But yeah, I like the knife. Looks like it has a blood groove on it as well. Good jimping here. Really aggressive jimping. None on the blade, but plenty right here. But yeah, between it and my Benchmade, I really have no preference. I carry them equally. So I would definitely pick one up if you're looking into it. You can probably find them cheaper. I think they're about $100. It says on their website $150, but you may be able to find that a little bit cheaper if you look online, maybe about eBay or maybe Amazon. But just check around; you can probably get it cheaper. But definitely pick one up if you're thinking about it. It's a good knife. But thanks for watching again. I'll have more reviews of just different stuff like this. If you like it, subscribe and give it a like. Or if you have any questions, you can comment and I'll reply. So thank you again. Goodbye.